Hi everybody, my name's Theresa. I'm a movement artist with the PACE program in Lafayette, Louisiana. Today we're going to learn a lesson about animals. We'll learn some things about what animals need to survive. Different kinds of animals need different things to survive. We'll also learn some ways that animals move, and we'll experiment doing some animal moves and doing those moves in different patterns. At the end of our lesson, we'll combine some of our animal moves into a pattern to create our own special kind of animal. So we'll have a lot of fun today. The only thing that you'll need for your lesson today is some space. And remember that you can pause anytime you need. All right, let's stand up and start off with a warm-up. Okay guys, so we're going to do some patterns while we're warming up today. Let's put our feet apart. So a pattern is any kind of move. It doesn't have to be a move, but we're doing movement patterns today. It repeats over and over again. We can have lots of different kinds of patterns. Let's start with a pattern with our feet. Ready? Here we go. We'll do one foot. So we're doing one foot, then another. That's a pattern. Now we're going to pick up our heels. We'll do a different pattern. Now let's change it. 2 toes, 2 heels. 2 toes, 2 toes, 2 heels, 2 heels. Let's use a pattern with our knees. Bend, bend, straight. Bend, bend, straight. Bend, bend, straight. Good. Let's use our hips next. We'll have side, side. 1, 2, 3. So we have slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. Again, slow, slow, quick, 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 slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. Let's take our torso. Side, side, side. Let's go side, side. Circle around to the middle. Again, side, side. Circle around back to the middle. One more time this pattern. Side, side. Circle around back to the middle. Let's use our shoulders next. So we have up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more time. Up, down, up, down. Let's roll one shoulder, other shoulder. Good, now let's roll forward. So this is also called alternating when you do one and then the other. Right now we're alternating sides. Let's look. Side, front, other side, front, down, front, back, front. Try that pattern again. Side, front will go down, front, and back. One more time this pattern. Side, front will go down, front, and back. Front. Good. Let's do a big stretch. And we'll fold forward. Slowly rolling up. And wiggle it out. Let's try one more time. Stretch. And folding forward. And wiggling out. All right, great warm-up, guys. Okay guys, so we're going to learn about a lot of different kinds of animals today and try some moves that show us how animals move and also some things that they need to survive. So animals are living things. Living things move, they grow, they change and they reproduce. Other living things are people. People are also living things. Plants are also living things. Now, in order for living things to stay alive, that means surviving, right? So if we say we need different things to survive, that means we need different things to stay alive. So people need oxygen to breathe, right? Animals need oxygen to breathe too. We need water to drink, and we need food to eat. But we have a lot of different kinds of animals, and different animals need different things to survive. So we're going to look at some pictures of some different kinds of animals and talk about what kinds of things they need to stay alive. First, let's look at some lions. So lions live in grasslands, and they are hunters. So that means they eat other animals. So they need to be around other animals so that they can hunt those animals to survive. They also need to live in a thick grassland area so that they can hide in the grassland when they are hunting the animals. Most of the time when they hunt at night. So let's think about some ways that some lions can move, right? So lions move on all fours. And so if you are a lion hunting another animal, you might want to be kind of quiet. So they might do a move that's like kind of stealthy, right? They might sneak up on another animal. And when they're hunting an animal, they might pounce. Okay, so let's try to put those in a pattern together. So we might have a sneaky move, right? And then a pounce, a jump. And we'll try that in a pattern, so we'll do another sneaky move, and then a pounce. Oh, let's try one more pattern. So what if we could do, like we're stalking in the grassland, so we might crawl, and then try 2 pounces. And then crawl, and then 2 pounces. That would be another pattern to do. Okay, let's move on to a tortoise. So here's a picture of a tortoise. Tortoises and turtles, we say, carry their homes on their backs. So they have these shells on their backs, and the scales on their shells protect them from injury and also from other animals. One thing that they need, tortoises burrow holes to hide from predators, from other animals that might try to eat them. So tortoises need to be in an environment where they can dig a hole to hide from predators. Another thing that they might be able to do to hide from predators is bring their legs and their head into their shell. So let's think about, can we do a move like that? So tortoises, they are way low to the ground and they move very slow. So if they burrow, that's like a dig move, so we could dig. And could you hide in your shell? So we bring our arms, turtle legs, and head in our shell. Let's try a move that goes dig, dig, hide in our shell. Ready? Here we go. So we'll do dig, dig, hide in our shell. Make it a pattern. Dig, dig, hide in our shell. Okay, our next animal is an elephant. Let's take a look at an elephant. So elephants are herbivores. That means they eat plants. So an elephant needs to live in a place where there's grass, bushes, trees, water to drink from. Usually elephants drink from lakes and streams and rivers. Elephants eat a lot and drink a lot because they are really big. So they need to live in a place where they have enough food to eat. So they might live in a place that has lots of grass or lots of bushes. One thing that elephant can do when it needs to cool down is it can use its ears to flap and cool itself down. Elephants also have tusks. They can use their tusks, some elephants have tusks, to protect themselves. Okay, so let's think about some elephant moves. So elephants can use their long trunks to eat from the grass and the bushes. So maybe we could use an arm like a trunk and feed ourselves. So let's do a move like that. Okay, and then we said elephants also can use their ears to flap to cool them off. So maybe we can make some elephant ears. Let's see, my ears don't flap back as much as an elephant's do. So let's try a pattern. Let's do flap, 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 and eat some leaves. We'll do flap, 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 and eat some leaves. All right, great job. Next, we're gonna look at a kangaroo. Okay, so kangaroos also eat plants. One thing that they eat is grass and leaves, but they don't need a lot of water. They do drink water, but they don't need to drink it very often. Kangaroos like to hop on land, so they move in a way where they don't do one foot and the other foot, they do 2 feet at a time. So they'll do a little hop like this. Hop like this, and they have some big tails this way. So let's try a kangaroo hop. We'll do 2 slow hops and 3 quick hops. Ready? Here we go. We'll do slow, slow. Let's do 3 quick, 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 quick. Make it a pattern so we do it again. Slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. All right, the next animal that we're gonna look at are some fish. Okay, so fish are a little different than the other animals that we have looked at so far. Fish need water to survive, but not to drink. They live in the water, so they actually get their oxygen from water and they breathe it in through their gills on the side. Now, there are lots of different kinds of fish, and different fish have different habitats. Some fish live in fresh water. Some fish live in water that has salt. Some live in coral reefs. They can live lots of different places. So fish have gills and fins. Okay, so the fins are what they use to swim. So they'll have some fins on the side, on the top, and the back, right? And a fish tail. So maybe we can make some little fish fins and swim around, right? And then their gills on the side. Maybe we could do a little shoulder move to show gills. That actually, they are there to get the oxygen from the water, and that's how fish breathe. So let's do a gill move. That'll be our gill move to show how they're getting air, and then this will be let's do that way. That'll be our fin move. I like watching fish fins. They actually kind of sometimes go like this a little bit. So let's see, what was a gill move was with my shoulders and the fins. Let's try gill move. Let's do it while we're swimming around. And fin, and gill move, and fins, and gill move, and fins. All right. Next, we're going to look at birds. Now, there are lots of different kinds of birds, just like there are lots of different kinds of fish. Birds eat berries, nuts, insects, right? They need to drink water. So in order for them to survive, they need to be in a place where they can find these things to eat. Some berries, nuts. Some birds eat insects, right? They need to drink some water. Birds need to live in a place where they can find some shelter and have a nesting area. So birds build nests. That's kind of like their home that they live in, right? And they hatch and they have their baby birds in their nest. So they need to find a place, usually it's in a tree branch, where they can build their nests. Fun fact, hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards. And that's another special thing about birds, right? So most birds fly in the air. So a lot of times they'll create their nests and their homes in trees, since some of them can fly up pretty high. All right, so Birds, let's say they need some berries and nuts and some insects. Some birds get insects out of trees and they use their little beak to peck the insects. So let's do we'll peck some insects like that. And then maybe we can do a flying move too. Okay, so how can we make that a pattern? Okay, maybe we could do 2 flies and then 3 pecks. Peck, peck, peck. So we'll do a fly, and a peck, peck, peck. Well, let's fly up high. Let's be on our tippy toes for this one. So we'll do a fly and a peck, peck, peck. Let's do it again. A fly and a peck, peck, peck. One more. Fly and a peck, peck, peck. Great job, guys. Okay, this next animal is one of my favorites, giraffes. I love giraffes. Giraffes are very tall and they eat plants. They eat leaves, seeds, fruit, buds, but they need to live around places with tall trees where they can reach their long necks and their heads to eat the leaves and seeds and fruit and buds. So they need to, in order to survive, they need to live in a place where they can have some of those things to eat. Giraffes have to be very careful when they're drinking water. That's one time that they're most vulnerable, because since their heads are like way up here and usually water's down low, what they have to do, they're on all fours. So they have to kind of put their legs apart like this and bring their head all the way down. And when they're down like that, it takes a minute for them to get back up. And that's when a predator, an animal that eats another animal, could come and get them. So they have to be really careful about that. Some moves that a giraffe could do is be a gallop. And another fun thing about giraffes is they have long purple tongues. So let's think about a giraffe move. Maybe we could do a gallop. And then maybe we could do getting some water. Okay, and we'll do a gallop and getting some water. All right, that could be a giraffe pattern. Last animal that we're going to learn about are monkeys. So monkeys are omnivores. That means they sometimes eat plants, sometimes they eat animals, other animals. Most monkeys eat nuts and fruits and seeds and flowers, but some monkeys also eat eggs and lizards, insects and spiders. So some monkeys need to live in a place where they can find those things, some eggs and some lizards and insects. Actually, there are so many different kinds of monkeys, and monkeys can live in different habitats. Some of them live up high in the trees, some of them live in mountains, some of them live down on the ground. So they can move lots of different ways. The ones that live in trees can swing from tree branches to tree branches, and that looks like so much fun. They also climb, they can also hang, they can also jump. So let's think about some monkey moves that we can do, and maybe think about some of the things that they could need to survive too. Let's try a monkey, a swinging move. So we can pretend like we're holding onto a branch and we'll swing, swing, swing. Aha, how many swings should we do? Let's try 4 swings. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. And see me, there we go, 4. And then let's think about maybe finding some eggs. So let's do a jump to finding some eggs to eat. So let's see, swing, 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 jump. We'll get our egg, get our egg. Ready, set, here we go. We'll go swing, 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 jump. Grab your egg, swing, 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 jump. Grab your egg. One more time, this pattern. Swing, 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 jump. Grab your egg, All right, I hope you had some fun learning about these animals with me and trying out some animal moves in different patterns. Okay, so now that we've learned about so many different kinds of animals and different things that they need to survive, now we're going to create some of our own animals. So these might be pretend or imaginary animals, but we're going to take some of the moves from some of the things that we learned about them and see if we can put some different things together. Now you can create your own kind of animal too, but I'll show you what I mean first of all. So fish, we learned fish need gills so that they can breathe, get oxygen from the water, right? So that's the way that they breathe. Okay, so my animal is going to have gills. But let's think what else it could have. I really like swinging moves, so let's say that my animal also can live in trees. So maybe I'm an animal that's half monkey, half fish, like a fish key. I don't think that works. Okay, but so we're going to make a pattern of swinging through trees and breathing water. So maybe my animal like starts off swinging through the trees and then jumps into water and does like a little move with their gills so you can see them breathing. Okay, let's make that pattern. All right, so I'm going to do 3 swings, a jump into the water. I think my animal likes to do a cannonball into the water. Yes, please. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 swings, cannonball into the water, and then I'll do my gills. And we'll do 1, 2, 3. So 3 swings, a jump, and 3 gill moves. Ready? I'm gonna scoot over here so I have some room. Set. Here I go. I'll swing 1, 2, 3, cannonball, and we'll gill 1, 2, 3. Now, how do I get back up? That's called a transition. Let's see. Maybe my fish monkey has some great big fins that can extend and it can raise into the air. I'm loving the fish monkey. Okay, that's how we transition for our pattern. So I added another move one. Let's try it again. So we'll swing 1, 2, 3, cannonball. 1, 2, 3. Okay, big fins. Ready, here we go. Swing in 1, 2, 3. Cannonball. Now we're gonna breathe some from the water and come on up. Okay, so maybe you guys could think of some other animals, some other things that we know about their survival and put them together in a fun pattern too. Maybe your animal hops like a kangaroo but needs to eat nuts and insects like a bird. Or maybe it gallops like a giraffe but can also stalk its prey like a lion. So maybe you can figure out some patterns. So when you make a pattern, it can really be in any order. Whatever the order is, it just has to repeat. So maybe you would do like 3 hops for a kangaroo and then a stalk for a lion, and what do we say, like a pounce for a lion. So it could be hop, 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 stalk, pounce, hop, 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 stalk, pounce. Or maybe it's 1 hop, 4 stalks, and 2 pounces. Hop, stalk, 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 pounce, pounce, hop. So you could really make up so many different kinds of patterns. Let's see what kind of creative creature you can create. All right, guys, thanks for learning about animals, patterns, and what animals need to survive with me today. I hope that you guys had some fun. Don't forget, we'll be posting a new lesson every day at 10 a.m. on the Acadiana Center for the Arts YouTube channel. We'll have a lesson for kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd grade, and each lesson is tied to the academic curriculum. You can also get these lessons on AOC as part of the Learn United program. They're accessible on AOC, on Cox Channel 16 or LUS Channel 4. Kindergarten lessons air at 8 a.m. and first and second grade lessons air at 9. Some lessons will be in visual art and some will be in creative movement. So be sure to come back and make art with us tomorrow. If you're interested in supporting programs like this, visit Acadiana Center for the Arts.org. They are the nonprofit that manages the PACE program for Lafayette Parish school system. Spread the word, share our videos, and keep making art. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.